Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. What's going on, guys? Now, as you guys can see, I'm back in my house. Hurricane Matthew has came and Hurricane Matthew has went, or really didn't come to begin with. But before I get into this video, quick little announcement to make. I've been putting a lot of videos. I've been putting a lot of work on the channel. I'm gonna take about a couple days off, guys. Maybe 4-5 days, maybe the whole week. This coming week, I just need to mentally refresh. There's some ideas that I want to hash out, and I just kind of want to sit on them and really think about them. And if anything else comes to me, I could improve the channel in other ways. But this upcoming week, after this next 4 or 5 videos comes out, just don't expect many videos, if any, from me at all. I just want to put that out there. So I will be taking a mental break. But for now, we're gonna make this video. And I'm gonna enjoy these top ramen noodles, and So what this video was gonna be about here was Floyd Mayweather. He had one of his fighters was fighting tonight. The Richard Gabriel guy. He is from Romania. I saw him fight on the Tabiti Keith Tapia undercard. So he fought tonight. I'm pretty sure he won by stoppage, but. There was an interview that came out on LA Segback's channel, and there's a couple of videos I'm gonna make based on that video, because Floyd said a couple of things that were interesting. But we'll start with the first part. He talks about Brook and that fight being fixed, which we're gonna get into it. But I want you guys to listen to what Floyd had to say, and we will dissect from there. So here we go.
Everything happens for a reason. I think we needed the knockout, and it came at the right time. So that's truly a blessing. And like I said before, I want a lot of these guys that was on the card tonight to work a little bit harder in training camp, because I want the best for them.
There's no quitting.
There's no quitting. It shouldn't be no quitting, no fighters. Just like in the Brook fight, I seen the corner jump in and threw the towel. I mean, to me, it looked like a fix.
Look, were you surprised that Brook even took that fight? He didn't have to. He had fights at 147. Why would he jump up 2 weight classes to take? I mean, he was a fighter. How do you rationalize?
Same way I jumped from 130 to 154. You got to push yourself if you're trying to be the best. You take chances if you're trying to be the best. I took chances. But I want these fighters to stop complaining about money. These fighters to keep coming to me, keep going to Al Heyman. Al, we want this, we want that. Al, I'm going to tell Al, and I'm going to come on record, I'm going to call Al, we're paying these fighters too much. These fighters get paid too much. If you want, listen, kick ass, go out there and kick ass, and do what you're supposed to do, and the paydays will come.
I think it was 7 years as champion before you got your first.
All right, so there you have it. I'm actually gonna split this. I'll talk about both things that I was gonna talk about. There won't be separate videos. This will all be one video. But we'll start with the first part. He talks about the GGG Brook fight. Now, the GGG Brook fight, it was what it was. It was a guy in Brook jumping up, rated by many as the number 1 welterweight to fight the number 1 middleweight. I think from a business perspective, it made sense for Triple G. But I don't think the fight was fixed at all. I don't, because you had Brook in there landing great combinations, lifted GG off of his feet via uppercut, had a lot of nice flush counters. I believe it was around round 2 and round 3 as well. So with that being said, Brook went in there and gave his best effort. I think it was more it was more of Brook's corner. They were just so afraid for this guy's life, and rightfully so. I mean, he had a broken eye socket. They knew that during the fight, so they did what was best for the safety of their fighter, and hopefully Brook moving forward can be the same fighter he's always been, a sharp fighter with speed, power, combinations, lateral movement, just a complete fighter. And yeah, for Mayweather, instead of all guys, a guy who fought all his fights in Vegas, picked the judges, picked the gloves, picked the drug testing, picked all kinds of stuff, had special treatment from the WBC. I don't really think he's in a position for him to talk about Brook getting fights fixed, nor did he take a ton of risks, because we've been through this already. He decked a lot of guys at 130, 135, 140, a ton of guys: Lascano, Stevie Johnston, Paul Spadafora, Nassim Hamed, Paul Williams, Prime Cotto, Eric Morales, so many guys he ducked. Well, this is not that video. I just wanted to kind of talk about that because he said it was fixed. I don't think it was fixed. I think it was a game effort by Brook. But at the end of the night, that Golovkin power and ability to cut off the ring, it's just what separates him from so many other fighters in his weight class and around his weight class. So, gotta disagree with Floyd on that. But I will agree on what he said in the second part of the video, because he said that I'm gonna go on. He said I'm gonna go on record now, and I'm gonna say that these fighters are getting paid way too much money, and I'm gonna call Al and we're gonna talk about this. Now I like that from Floyd. I think in that stable of fighters, that whole circle of fighters, PBC, TMT, I think they do get paid way too much. I think they get paid too much, and they also get too many advances. Which in turn is making them very entitled, and we're not seeing a lot of fights made due to their own entitlement. Now, should the fighters get paid? Absolutely, but should they get paid justly for who they're fighting and where they're at in their career? I think they should. And when we see guys like Daniel Jacobs wanting $3 million, $4 million to fight Golovkin, when we see the Charlos and Julian, the Charlos trying to build up and wait out a fight with Julian Williams because they think it's worth so much money when really nobody knows who the hell the Charlos are. It speaks to the entitlement of a lot of these fighters. So I'm with Floyd. If Floyd's going to be in the business of these fighters getting more justly paid, then I'm all for it. Because and I know a lot of people are going to say, well, how can Floyd do that because he made X amount of dollars per fight? But the difference between Floyd and a lot of these other fighters is Floyd was able to grab his career by the bullhorns, and while I'm not a big fan of him in the ring, out of the ring he was able to market himself and keep himself relevant to the point where he wouldn't just have his fans buying his fights, but he'd even have people who don't like him, such as myself, who'd want to pay him to see him lose. A lot of guys like that. A lot of people paid to see Floyd lose, and he continued winning most of those fights with the exception of the first Castillo fight. So with that being said, Floyd is right. I think Floyd is right because I'm pretty sure he's come to a point as a promoter where he's not able to move forward because a lot of these fighters are demanding too much money. They want too much when they haven't accomplished anything. Floyd was in a position to demand more money because at least although I have my criticisms of his resume, he had beaten some named guys. A lot of the guys who are in his stable or in the Heyman stable haven't even beaten named guys, so they can't request what Floyd was requesting when he was a fighter. So I found it interesting. You guys let me know what you think in the comments down below. Take the time to subscribe, and you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from doing it. So until next time, take care, guys.